Welcome back to Louisville Now. I'm Gary White, and we are at Riverside, the Farnsley Mormon Landing. But right now, I'm joined by Mike Mulrooney, who is the founder of Shirley's Way and Shirley's Deals, right? And we're going to talk a little bit about Shirley's Way, because it's named after your mother, correct?
It is, yes.
And tell us a little about your mom.
Yeah, right before Mom died in 2013, a lot of people came by to visit, and she's passing, and the stories always went to people they knew had cancer that couldn't afford basic necessities of life, and I'm talking food, rent, mortgage, things like that, and it really stuck with me. And when she passed, I promised her that we would try to do something to fix that. So we did what everybody else does, any sane person. We went out and started a nonprofit to raise money to help people who are sick with cancer. That, we help pay their food, their rent, their mortgage, things like that. Often people, because of the cost of the drugs, they choose food over medication, and it's, it hurts them. So we try to fix that.
So this was a promise that you made and kept for your mother. That's great.
Yeah.
And so when it got started, how did the fundraising go?
It was tough. If you've ever tried to raise money, just because you're passionate about your cause doesn't mean everybody else is. So we started out, we were doing 5Ks and we did a cancer red carpet walk. We had people come in that would battling cancer and won, and they would dance and we'd cheer. We had a good time. And several years after that, we got heavily involved in charitable gaming, and we did a raffle that got up to almost $800,000 here in South Louisville, and it was really a game changer for us. And at the time, people kept coming in and said, you need these games, it'll really change your mission. And we looked heavily into them, and they were right. We pursued charitable gaming in the state of Kentucky, and it's done wonders for our organization.
So the premise is to contribute to help people who need the resources for cancer services.
Yes.
And how do people contact you to get those services?
Almost all the hospitals now know about us. So just about every oncology office has a patient advocate, and they'll reach out to our office. The paperwork has to come from the hospital, or we don't do it because there's too much fraud out there. And we don't pay people directly, we pay the debtors. So instead of handing somebody money, we pay their mortgage, we pay their rent, and things like that.
And how many people over the years do you have any idea that you've been able to touch?
Thousands. I mean, we didn't do a whole lot until we got involved in charitable gaming, and since then we've gave away $12 million.
Wow.
But we're averaging about, because of charitable gaming, about $250,000 a month is our budget for cancer patients. So, thousands of people. We get hundreds of calls a week of people in desperate situations that are sick, but they can't work because they're too sick, and then they can't pay their bills. So.
Now, also, you have some stores.
Yeah.
That kind of continues the whole mission, right?
Yeah, well, I tell everybody, none of this was planned. It was a pure fluke. We got involved in charitable gaming just because we were paying attention to the market. And when we did that, people kept coming in and wanting to donate stuff to us. It's like, I don't want to donate to other organizations. Can you all do something with this? And I kept thinking and thinking. It took about 1.5 years for us to say, let's give it a try. So we opened a second time around store called Shirley's Deals, and the response has been phenomenal. But the goal wasn't really to make money off items. We have to make money to run the business, but it's more to give the community a good shopping experience. Full retail is expensive, so we're giving an alternative to people.
And you have 6 of these stores.
We do, yeah. One in Valley Station, PRP, Indian Trail off Preston, Hillview off Preston, Brandenburg, and we just recently opened one in Fern Creek.
That's fantastic. What are the hours? How can people?
10 to 9, pretty much. Brandenburg, we closed down a little earlier on during the week because it's a smaller town, and smaller towns, they shut things down early. They have dinner with their families and they don't go back out. So Brandenburg and small towns is a total different animal.
Now, also, in addition to contributing for cancer services for people, you are providing food for weekly. Is that correct?
Yeah. So again, the promise to my mom to help people who are sick, but we also wanted to do something for kids. And there's too many kids out there that want to play sports, want to do things, but they don't have the money. And recently, a couple years ago, some schools were cut out of a food program because the funding was lost, and we picked those schools up. So we're sending food home with our partner, Cisco Foods, to about 3,400 kids every Friday at about 27 different schools in Louisville. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you're a nonprofit, so it's donations and contributions that make that possible. how can people find the information to contribute to?
Shirley'sWay.org. You'll see all of our gaming locations, which all of our gaming machines are licensed through the state of Kentucky through the Kentucky Horse Racing Corporation. So you can play your games, you can clean out your closets, clean out your neighbors' closets, bring all your donations to us, anything gently used except for bedding, mattresses, stuff like that. And then, yeah, regular donations. We have a regular monthly donor program. We're telling people $10 a month can change a life. So Shirley'sWay.org.
Absolutely. So that's great. And also, before I let you go, though, I do want to mention that your mission is to do all that you're doing, but you also have kind of a mantra that you go by, and you had that as a tattoo, correct?
I do, yeah.
So tell us about that.
Yeah, I just really believe there's so many people in situations out there that could use a hand, but they have no way to return the favor. And they want to, but some people are just in situations in life where they're not going. So our mantra is, and I had it tattooed, is do something for somebody that can never repay you. It's pretty important.
Yes. And you're doing that and living out. And I'm sure your mom's looking down and very happy with the promise that you've kept.
We're keeping her name alive through her heart. She had a heart of gold and would do anything for anybody, and that's kind of what we've rolled into this.
And I'm talking with Mike Mulrooney, who is the founder of Shirley's Way and Shirley's Deals. And one more time, the website for people to find more information.
Shirley'sWay.org. Yep, check us out.
Shirley'sWay.org.